Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Nourish My Soul's Mindful Monday, where we start the week off in our mindful state, hopefully setting the stage for a really great week ahead of us. Today is actually the last day of November, not even just the last Monday of November. So tomorrow begins the crazy month of December. It also is the Monday after Thanksgiving, so I wanted to kind of check in with all of you and see how Thanksgiving 2020 was for you. I know it was different, that is for sure. But I don't know about all of you, but I put so much thought into making sure that this was still going to have joy in it, that it was very intentional, which was different than the norm. Usually we're so caught up in the hustle and bustle and the cooking and the cleaning and all that stuff that we are not as intentional as we could be. So that was really joyful for me this year in being intentional. And I am really feeling at peace because I got to spend 3.5 hours with my all adult children now, but my 4 children, where we kind of got together virtually through a video chat. And that was amazing. It was great to listen to them going back and forth and to talk to them and to see them. We do video chat individually quite often, actually, but this was the first time I think we've done it all together, which was really fun. And I'm looking forward to planning that more often. I don't know why we haven't done that before. Everyone checks in individually with mom and I check in with them, but we haven't done it as a group. And that was really special. So that was my joy, having the intentional part and getting all of that time without distractions, nothing to do. I wasn't busy doing dishes, cleaning up, or entertaining guests. It was just me and my children, which was wonderful. But that is not the topic for today's Mindful Monday. I just kind of wanted to do a check-in and let you know the joy that I was able to find in the holiday. But I wanted to share something else with you for this Mindful Monday. I had an experience this weekend where I really took a step back and I realized that I had a choice. I say that all the time, and I know that the only thing we truly have control over is the way we react to things and to life. And we always have a choice in how we do that. But sometimes we forget that. And in this case, it was because it was the middle of the night. I hadn't slept. I have a 17, almost 18-year-old cat who sometimes isn't feeling his best and requires some additional attention and love. It's never been quite to this extent. And for those of you listening concerned about, you should have brought him to the vet. He's been to the vet. The vet is aware. He does have health issues. He's older. We know about it. We're doing all that we can to keep him comfortable and happy. And he is. He just once in a while has these nights where he just requires some attention. I had made sure that all his needs were met. He wasn't hungry. He wasn't thirsty. He had gone to the litter box. We had played. He just wanted my attention. He wanted me to stay awake with him. And I found myself starting to get really frustrated, because every time I'd close my eyes, he'd meow to wake me up. And so now it was about 2:30 in the morning, and the frustration was building. I started going down the path of thinking about, how tired I was going to be the next day and all the things that I needed to get done. And, just that feeling of frustration. And why can't you just sleep, But then I took a step back and I realized, okay, me being frustrated right now with him is not going to change anything. I'm still not going to get sleep because he's still going to meow. He's still going to cry and keep me awake. So what can I do? What do I have control over in this moment? And my thoughts went back to my training in permaculture and how it was drilled into me about how permaculture is looking at what we perceive as problems and reimagining that and using those problems to create solutions. And so as we speak, my cat has come up here to nudge me, and he's giving kisses to the microphone right now. So if you hear funny noises, that's him. He knows I'm talking about him. So I decided to take a step back and reframe my middle of the night experience. And, on one hand, I thought how grateful I am that I have had this guy with me for almost 18 years, and he still wants me to get up and snuggle with him when he doesn't feel well. And what an honor that is for me to have that kind of a relationship with an animal. And so that led to, feeling grateful for that time, that night. Who knows if I'll get that again? I don't, he's old, and I don't know how often I'll get those quiet times with him. And then I started thinking about how I can use that time instead of feeding into the frustration. What can I do in my time awake with him, and make it a positive experience? So I realized that I have a lot of noise in my head all the time. There's always a million things that I have going on, all of the to-do lists that are running constantly in my head, and the fear of forgetting something on that list. And especially this time of year when I'm trying to think of really thoughtful gifts for the people that I love. I do put a lot of thought into my gifts, and this year it's particularly challenging because I like to give gifts of experience rather than just stuff, unless it's something that I know the person really wants or needs. I would rather build memories with them or for them. And 2020 makes that pretty hard. So if any of you have ideas, I'm willing to hear them. But I do think I came up with some really cool ideas that I wouldn't have otherwise had that time or space and quietness, stillness in order to come up with. So that was really a good, strong takeaway from that. I also took time to, because it was almost a full moon. The moon was really bright. The stars were bright. The sky was clear. And so I got to be able to sit by a big window and look out and admire that. Which I otherwise would have slept right through and missed that. So I practiced my gratitude in being able to witness that. I also kind of slowed all of the thoughts in my head and strategized about how I'm going to, get all my work done by the end of the year, and felt more organized and quieter in my head because of that. And I think because I savored those moments and I stepped away from the frustration and I found the positive, I really did feel refreshed the next day, even though I probably got a grand total of maybe 30 to 60 minutes of sleep that was very broken throughout the night. I didn't feel that exhaustion that I thought I was going to feel. Whereas I know if I had chosen to stay in that state of frustration, I would have felt exhausted all day. I would have been totally unproductive. I would have been frustrated, irritable, short-tempered, all those things, because I would have gotten stuck in the negativity. So I wanted to share that experience with you because even though these are nothing new to me, it was a moment of implementation that I maybe am not all that good at doing in the middle of the night. So I wanted to turn it over to you and find out how you can implement this in your life. I think whenever we are starting to feel that frustration rise, putting a little space between your reaction and that moment and allowing yourself to reframe that, put your permaculture hat on and look at that problem as a potential for a solution to something else. Mine was a solution to, having that quiet time to come up with Christmas gifts for those that I love that I would have agonized about, and it would have been spinning in my head, and it would have created more stress for me, actually. Whereas using this opportunity to solve that was something that I wouldn't have otherwise had. And so I hope that you have the ability to kind of make those choices. It's not something that we're going to be perfect at. It does take practice, and I'm not good at doing it all the time. But I do find that that frustration for me, when I feel that, is my kind of my signal of, okay, I need to step back, because frustration is not a productive state to be in. It is a good kind of warning sign that something needs to change, or that there's an opportunity, but it's not a good state to remain in. So I hope this is helpful to you, and my experience is something that you can relate to and apply to your own life, especially if you have young ones that wake you up in the night. I was very reminiscent of those days. And I will talk to you guys again tomorrow for our Talk to Me Tuesday. And I just want to plug that tomorrow is also Giving Tuesday, and this has been a really difficult year for all of us, and especially nonprofits. I know for us, a lot of the giving programs that we were involved in have shifted their gears, and we were no longer eligible for what they were donating to, and our classes got cut back significantly. We didn't have nearly the number of classes that we normally have, which is one of our sources of revenue. So this year we really are honestly relying on our community and our community's support and love. And we've been really fortunate that we had someone step forward to match all gifts on Giving Tuesday up to $20,000. So this is a huge opportunity, you guys. Like, if we can get up to that $20,000, we will have $40,000 that we wouldn't have otherwise had, and we can continue our work, because honestly, this is a really trying time, and we are committed, and we are resilient, and we are finding our way, but your help is, honestly, it's necessary right now, and we are extremely grateful for it. And not only that, don't forget that a lot of employers do employee matching gifts. So you could potentially triple your money. So if you were to give us $100, that could turn into $300 through our matching gift and also your employee match. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to call or email me. All of my contact information is on our website at nourishmysoul.org. And you can also make your donation on our website as well. All right. Thank you guys. And I hope you enjoy your Monday. Bye.